Now going ahead with the assignment 4, this is what the second question. Get the total quantity of items sold in each category. You have to understand the question over here. We need to get total quantity of the items sold in each category. So how many categories do we have here? Here you can see there are categories like electronics, furniture, stationery. Okay, there are 4 categories over here. So in each category we need to identify the total sold quantity, right? So here let's see how we are going to write it. So here you can see this is how you are going to write the query for the second question. Select sum, in the bracket we are going to write quantity. This sum is the aggregate function which is going to add the values, okay? Whatever the value is like 2, 4, 5, 10, it is going to add those values as per the category. Like you can see in the above table, electronics, right? Electronics, electronics, electronics. There are 4 electronics right over here. So it is going to add all the numbers or the quantity which are present for the electronics. Like it is going to add 5 plus 2 plus 6 and plus 1. This is how it is going to add and give the answer. Likewise, it is going to add for the furniture as well as stationery. Okay. So let's see after execution of this particular query, right? So here you can see sum. It has added quantity for the furniture, quantity for the electronics, and quantity for the stationery. So this is what the output and the query for the second question of your assignment. Now the next question is what? Find average price of all product. Okay, find average price of all product. So here we have the average aggregate function AVG. This is what the aggregate function which is going to work on the column which is of type numeric, okay, and it is going to find the average of the values, right? Let's see how. So here you can see this is how we are going to find the average price from the sales table. So this is what the sales table, this is what the price attribute, and here you can see it is going to find the average of all the 10 values which are present into the price column. Let's see. Enter. Okay, so this is what the average price value of all the products. Okay, this is what the next question. Which product has the highest price? Which product has the highest price? We need to find the product which is having the maximum price or the highest price. So here you can see this table. So here the price of the laptop is 750. So we have to find the name. The output must be laptop which is having the highest price from all the other products in this particular table, right? So laptop, this we want in the output. So how we are going to do this? First of all, let us try to understand how we are going to find the maximum value, okay? The maximum value as you have seen in this table is nothing but 750. First of all, we will find this value, right? Let's see what is the query for this. So this is how you are going to find the maximum price from the table cells, right? See here you can get 750, right? Now once you got this 750, now we need to find the product name for this maximum price, right? Let's see how now. So for this query we are going to use nested query, okay? A query inside the another query is said to be as nested query. So here you can see we need to find the product name where price is equals to the maximum price, right? We know how to find the maximum price, just we have seen over here, we have seen here, right? This is what the query for finding the maximum price. So same query I have taken here, select maximum price from the cells, okay? And here this is what the outer query, since we want the product name, so whatever we want in the output we are writing where? We are writing in the outer query, since here we want the product name based on the maximum price. So here in the where clause we are going to write the attribute price which is equals to the maximum price, and the maximum price is what? 750, right? Let's execute this. So here you can see, so here you can see product name is what? Laptop, right? So here the output what we want is written in the outer query. So here you can see this is what? This is what the outer query, and here I have written in the select clause product name. The product name is what? Laptop. It is based on the condition where the price is equals to the maximum price, and to find the maximum price we have written this particular query. This is what the inner query, okay? The output of the inner query is given as the input to the outer query. Here with the product name, if you want to display the price as well, okay, then here after the product name you have to give comma and you have to write price. So here with the product name laptop, price 750 will also be displayed in the output, right? Let's see. Here you can see the product name is laptop and the price is what? 750. So 750 is the maximum price, and the product of maximum price is nothing but laptop, right? Next question is what? We need to display all cells where the quantity is greater than the average quantity sold, okay? So for the fifth question, first we need to calculate the average quantity, okay? We need to calculate average quantity, and you have already seen one example how to find average. So likewise we are going to find the average of the quantity. So here this is the query to find average of the quantity, right? Just click enter. So here you can see the average of the quantity is nothing but 5.20. Now try to understand the question. Average is what? 5.20. Now what we want in the output? What actually we need in the output? List all cells where the quantity is greater than the average quantity. Now we have calculated the average quantity, and average quantity is what? 5.20. Now we have to find those cells where the quantity is greater than the average quantity, right? So here you can see this is what the table, right? 5.20 is the average quantity, and we have to find those products or those cells where the quantity is more than 5.20. So here you can see more than 5.20 is what? 6, 10, 20. So here we want these three records in the output. These three records in the output, okay? Let's see how. So here you can see this is what the query for it. We are going to display those cells where the quantity is greater than the average quantity. What is the average quantity? 5.20 is the average quantity, and we need to find those cells where the quantity is greater than 5.20, right? So here is the output of it, right? As I said you what? The quantity greater than 5.20 is 6, 10 and 20. So this is what the output for this question number 5, right? Okay. Let's go ahead for question number. Now try to understand this question. Get the total cells per category, okay? Get the total cells per category. Try to understand this question. I'll show you the table. We need to find total cells, right? Let's see this question in the another video.